Just as we start each seminar, the first 2 minutes is always the same, then after that we just kind of go with it. We've no script, whatever comes, but I can promise you one thing, by the time you leave here tonight, you'll be on a different energy, different frequency. So just be aware how you feel right now. Everyone, I don't care if you came here 100 times, 1,000 times, I don't care where you went in the world of this stuff, be aware how you feel now. Everything is about the way you feel. Everything that comes into your life, since the day you were born, is back to the way you feel. So if you want to change what comes into your life, you got to change how you feel. As a kid, when you came into this universe, like we are the first species through the history of time to have the ability to create. How do we create? We have a frontal lobe, and we can think, and we can imagine, and we can dream. No other species through the history of time have this ability. This is evolution. This is why Albert Einstein said imagination is more powerful than knowledge. As a kid, we knew this. As a 2 or 3 year old, when you were out in the front, 4 or 5, even think about it right now. You were happy, you were free, you were peaceful. If you saw Roy Keane scoring a goal with United or in the World Cup, you'd be out in the front, you believe you're Roy Keane. If you heard Celine Dion singing, you'd be out in the front, you believe you're Celine Dion. As a kid, you didn't care if your hair was brushed, you didn't care if your teeth was brushed, you didn't care what anybody said about you. You were free. That's enlightenment. So when you learn how to relax the voice, when you learn how to calm down the voice in your head, you're left with peace. And that's when I read The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, I started understanding who I was. I started understanding that I am not my thoughts. I am not this body. I am not Paul who I thought I was. That there's a presence, there's an awareness that observes everything. And when I started touching into that for the first time, what happened to me was that I felt this love inside my heart. I felt this peace. I felt this compassion. And the only other time I felt that in the past few years, as in this serenity, was when I was on a substance. I was taking a substance to get that feeling of invincibility, that feeling that there's nothing else going on in the world, only what's going on in this moment. That feeling that I loved every single person. That feeling I didn't want to leave a conversation with the whole night. I got that feeling without anything in my body, and I was 26 years of age, and I just said, wow. I said, wow. I said, from that day, I said, I know from this day for the rest of my life, I'm going to be stuck around this information. And I'm going to give you some simple techniques tonight, very, very simple techniques. And you can implement these techniques into your life and do it on a day-to-day basis. For the first 7 to 8 years, all you know is love, peace, happiness, joy, and freedom. Okay? And what happens when your subconscious is open. And what happens, you're being programmed by your parents, by your grandparents, by your school teachers, by your surroundings. And if you're inside home as a young person and you're being told you're no good, you're never going to do anything. If you go to school, you get bullied, or if you become a bully, what happens, you're picking up programs. It's like a computer. You're picking up all these programs for the first few years. What are we all looking for? Everything you do in your life, you do for one reason. You believe it's going to make you feel better. I'm going for the pictures with the kids. I'm going for a walk with the dog. I'm going out with the missus tonight. Everything is about how you feel. And when you feel happy, when you feel peaceful, when you feel contented, nothing else matters. Everyone now, right? Bring up something that you can remember in the last 2 years that you're proud of yourself. It could be your kid, it could be you, promotion in a job, lost a few pounds. It could be anything. Bring up something right now. Now close your eyes and just hold on to that vision right now. Hold on to that vision right now. See, feel, and believe that to be right now in your possession. It could be you scoring a goal, you getting a pay rise. It could be you looking fantastic in the gym. For anyone who went to a retreat, coming down on the Sunday, what way did you feel? What way did you feel in your heart? Life, you were invincible. As you hold on to that thought for 17 seconds, no more thoughts will join it. You're amazing. Life is amazing. The universe keeps on delivering you amazing things. Now feel that love. Now feel that love in your heart. Now what way do you feel? What happens, a lot of people with goals, it's in the future. So they want to attract, most people want 3 things in life: more money, better relationships and better health. But what happens, it's always in the future. It's always in the future. So what you got to do, right? If you want to bring something into your life, right? And this is why sages, like even Rupert Spurgeon said the other day, you can go down this path, but he believes there's a faster way by just going straight to be the awareness. So what I'm saying is we take a bit of all of them. They're all right. But if you want to bring a manifestation into your life, and there's people in this room have manifested so much things over the past few months and the past few years, okay? You got to become one with the goal. You got to become one with the dream. And when you shock the subconscious, when you put your energy into it, when you put your emotion into your goal, and you really believe it to be true right now, you're actually attracting it on such a level. And when you're in a group of people for 4 or 5 days and everyone's seeing everyone at their best, you're actually all attracting it for each other. That's the way we should be with our friends every day. We should look at our friends and look at them at absolutely the best. See your kids at the best. When your friend shares a goal with you, look at them and say, you know what? That's going to come true. Like, if you want to change your life, if you want to make a big impact in your life, you've got to turn up at these things. Why? You're going to be surrounded with like-minded people. Like, if you look at the book Think and Grow Rich, Andrew Carnegie was the richest man in the world. He spent half his life accumulating money and the second half giving it away. He asked Napoleon Hill to dedicate 25 years of his life and study the 500 most successful men of all time, and they all spoke about this and this. All this material. They said you can be, do, or have anything. That's why Abraham Hicks says it doesn't matter if it's a button or a castle you're building. It's your belief in it. If your belief is that you can build a castle, if your belief you can lose 3 stone, you can lose 10 stone, you can become a millionaire. If you want to become a millionaire, hang around with millionaires. It's so true, because if you're in their company, your belief, your expectation goes up. That's why I'm saying retreats change your life. Whether you go to my one or somebody else's one, doesn't matter, go to them. I don't care if you've been to 10 of them, go to another one. And after 4 days you come down, it's like boom, it's like a recharge. You're like, wow, life is great. And you're buzzing and you're feeling good, you're going out attacking your goals. And then what happens? You come back from, you have a goal and it manifests 6 months later. What happens, most of us, we have a dream, we have a vision, and then we get one small block. That stuff doesn't work at all. Don't mind that fella. Hello my friend, you haven't a clue what I was talking about. And you know what I mean? Life is meant to be problems, there's meant to be obstacles, you're meant to be left down, your friends are going to leave you down, you leave yourself down. But it's not about being perfect, it's about getting up and going again. And all you got to do to untap the magic is change the story you're telling yourself. And at the start, you might be telling a negative story 99% of the time. But what happened to me, 30% of the day I started believing, right, that I was a multi-millionaire. I was number 1 in the world in this industry. I was number 1 in the world in many other industries. I had multiple sources of income when I had absolutely nothing on the social welfare. 40% of the day I started believing that. I started getting breaks again. No, this is where people make a mistake. They hold a vision and then they say, sure, it didn't manifest. You got to get up and do a bit of action. You're in a crowd and you're nearly scared of your life. But then what happens? You start breaking out. You stop caring about what the person next door thinks about you. You stop caring about what anybody thinks about you. You're free. You're just abundant. And that's what life's about. It's about abundance. Money is only energy. It's only energy. If you chase money, money will never come to you. If you chase health, health will never come to you. If you chase relationships, relationships will never come to you. You gotta become it. This is the technique. Okay. This is a talk, right? And the talk would be, your boss is after texting you saying you have to come in tomorrow, or you're after saying something, you're after saying something to somebody else, you're in trouble, okay? So you're fair in your job. And this job now pays your mortgage. So that's a thought. There's a thinker of a thought. By the time tomorrow comes, you're after probably saying, who do the boss think he is? This is like, it was the other person's fault. And by the time the next day comes, you probably had no sleep and you're absolutely exhausted from all the stories your head is telling you. Then you arrive at the boss the next day and he say, listen, it wasn't too bad at all. We got a misunderstanding. The story I'm saying, the voice in your head that's going off in your head, it's a liar. It's not who you are. You are not that noisy voice in your head. It's a liar. So when you start observing that voice, when you start standing back and observing that chatter, the chatter stops. So even if you can just realize tonight that there's a voice in your head, that's the beginning of your realization of your true self. Imagination is more powerful than knowledge. You could say this, you say something a lot of times you just kind of take it for granted, and one day it drops. Imagination is more powerful than knowledge. And that every tool and every technique is a pointer to the truth. And the truth is you are it. And don't be scared to have big goals and big dreams. Remember what I said a while ago, don't be attached to them. They're just goals, they're just a destination. It's the journey, the day-to-day steps. He's changing, guys. There's a big shift across the whole universe right now. And we're a part of that movement, we're a part of that shift. So as you leave here tonight, leave with that in your head.